want to talk to you a little bit about today about Harley-Davidson history. In 1969, AMF invested, essentially bought out Harley-Davidson, and they had some troubled years, hence the AMF years. And in 1981 February, a team of 14 guys, led by Von Beals, the vice president of AMF at the time, led a group to buy back Harley-Davidson from AMF. That was February. In June, they had what the company called a Freedom Ride, where all of the original investors, 14 of them, were issued different motorcycles. Von Beals had a Tour Glide, which is the predecessor to the Road Glide, and that was numbered number 1, and they were numbered all the way through number 14. I have only been able to locate number 14. It's in a museum in Ohio, and I've got some information on it. You could look it up yourself. But it was the lawyer for the company that was issued a Sturgis, and he donated that to the museum. This piece here was issued to Willie G and his brother John Davidson, and it was never sold to the public. So the only way that this motorcycle, or any of the 14, could have been registered is if it had gone through the purchasing process. What Willie G did, for the benefit of the company, they had a dealers convention in Las Vegas that year, and he put it up for auction. And there was a guy named Ed Conley. He's the owner of Dallas Harley-Davidson, bought this motorcycle for $20,000, literally kept it to the day he died. Good friend of his, this guy Ike Shelton, got it from the estate, listed it in the Cycle Trader, where I found it, and purchased it. I want to point out a couple things that's unique about it. Going back to the Freedom Ride. The Freedom Ride was from York, Pennsylvania to the factory in Milwaukee. What's interesting about it is they actually stopped at a dealership in my hometown, Oak Lawn, Illinois. But unfortunately, I was probably working that day, and this was before email and cell phones, so I didn't communicate with Harley-Davidson. I didn't get the message, and hence missed out on this motorcycle being in my hometown earlier mid-June. So what I want to do is point out a couple parts, a couple of features to this motorcycle. There's currently 833 miles, original miles on this. I got it when there were 650. We're going to show you some features on it, and then we'll fire it up for you, and we'll go from there. Let's start with the pinstriping. You see the pinstriping here detailed, very unique to these motorcycles, both on the front fender, the tank, and the rear fender. These were done by the factory only for the 14 that were issued. The other thing of note is the tank badge itself. Most of them, if you look closely, it'll say Motor Company, Motorcycles. This is the corporate logo that says Motor Company. Very rare and very intricate. Here we have a gold-plated points cover, and this separates the motorcycle from anything else, and it details that this motorcycle was issued number 2 of 14 to the original founders, and then dedicated or donated to a auction benefiting muscular dystrophy. What we have here are the numbers up here, both the frame numbers and the matching engine numbers, and we'll get a close-up in a minute, but I can guarantee you they are 5 zeros and a 2. On the other side, you'll find the detail from all the stock positions, a completely stock motorcycle, other than the paint job, which includes John Davidson's signature on the left tank and Willie G's signature on the right tank. Also, we'll show you some detail. You can get in close and see the cleanness of this motorcycle. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we can start it up. Okay. Okay, first we'll have a close-up of that. You can see the motor company there. Drop down, you see how clean that air cleaner is. No scratches at all here. And then of course we have the detail there. You can get a look at it. Number 2 of 14, limited edition motorcycle for dedicating the private ownership. Let's see, adopted for auction, benefiting muscular dystrophy. And then they have the corporate. So anyway, back up a little bit. No stock mufflers. The seat, if you look closely here, it's got the upholstered buttons, and they're all in place. Those usually fall out, but very rare, hard to find. Staggered duals, original tires, Goodyears. We'll take a look at the tread just a minute here. There's the bag, hence the Sturgis bag. There's your license plate from Texas. There we have a good shot of the left side. You can see here. Okay. We'll get up there and get a closer look in a minute here. Okay. Okay, oil tank. There's the original Derby cover. There's the chrome caps on the foot pegs. And then take a look at that engine, huh? Look at how clean that is. Original nuts and bolts. Nothing ever pulled off. Stock from the factory. See the petcock there? Down to the primary. Up the front end. We'll take a look at the tank here. From the seat. And there's the signatures. There's the gauges. I don't know if it'll read there. And you can see here, which is interesting, it's got Ed Conley right here. The decal, obviously, the Lowrider. There's the there's the numbers right there. Get a good look at those. Okay. And then we can go down here and look at the engine number. What is there? Okay. All the stickers on the air cleaner. And then, as I noted earlier, motor company and the pinstriping. Notice the pinstriping, very unique. The little dot above the motor company, I thought that was unique. And then down here you also have the pinstriping. Tailors at the end. And also on the rear fender. So we can see here. We'll back out here a little bit. Completely stock motorcycle. We'll just back this off a little bit. Set it back up in the tripod. Okay, now we'll go ahead and start it. Saw a guy do this one time on YouTube. I thought it was kind of cool. He didn't say anything. He just puts his hands on his pipes. So you can see you're not going to hold your fingers there very long if it's hot. First thing we want to do, turn on the gas, petcock, straight down 6 o'clock. Let the float bowl fill up because I drain it every time I run it. I usually run it maybe once every couple months. And then I'll wick it like 5 times. Choke all the way out. Ignition on. Adjust the choke. Okay, we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Walk it around here. Choke in a little bit. We got brake light. There's your neutral light. Headlight. Get a close look at the tread there. As you can see, that's what a brand new 1981 Lowrider looked and sounded like. Hope you enjoyed the video.